Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Trex, of course, back here in the Westin Hotel live at Heroescon. I am sitting with the people, actually, the reason I know about Heroescon. Give it up for Shaun and Laura.
Hi!
Hi, yes. We told him about Heroescon. How the hell did that happen?
It was last year. I was watching a Dodger video.
Sure.
It was a Dodger video with her sitting with you in, I guess, in the backyard or something.
Right, from the photo shoot. From the Women That Geekdom. Yeah.
Yep. And she was talking about it, and I'm like, that's actually really cool. Cool calendar. And then it's like, yeah, we're down here in Charleston. It's me like, whoa, wait a minute. I'm an hour and a half away from Charleston.
Yes, you are.
Who are these people?
And yet, you have yet to come visit us. What up?
Yes, he did. We had dinner at Outback.
Oh! You're right. You did, totally. You're right, because you were at Myrtle Beach. That's right.
That's right.
That's right. You were at a gaming, it was a video game.
It was a video game tournament.
Yeah. That was fun, yeah.
But you lost in the second round.
Sorry, buddy. Sorry, man. We I bought you cake, remember? So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
But yeah, it was because of the Women That Geekdom calendar.
Right.
I found you guys and heard that you guys are going to come to Heroescon.
Mm-hmm.
Had a buddy of mine that wanted to go. His father was here. I
Right.
don't remember if you remember last year, the 8-foot-tall Hulk that people might have been talking about. Okay. Yeah.
Last year's a blur.
Understandable. But there was like an 8-foot-tall Hulk,
Sure.
full costume and everything, and that was my buddy.
Mm-hmm.
That was his dad.
Nice.
That he spent the whole year making the costume. I was actually there witnessing him spray painting it, putting together. One of his other costumes, off topic, I know that's me. One of the other costumes he does, because he does Halloween costumes
Mm-hmm.
as well, he won the costume contest wearing a Bumblebee costume he made out of Tonka toy trucks.
Whoa.
Their backyard was full of nothing but broken Tonka toys.
It's like
Bravo,
the kid
man.
from Toy Story who killed all the toys.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Like, that's what that kid grew up to. I'm going to destroy them all.
I destroy the toys to make my cosplay.
Yeah, destroy them, guys.
But it was because of that I came to Heroescon for that one day, and
Right.
literally you were the only thing I came there for.
I remember you tweeting at me like, dude, I'm coming for you. And I was like, okay, internet, like, it was a little stalkery for a second. And I was like, okay, like, should I be worried? Do I need, like, a bodyguard? He's like, no, it's cool. I'm just going to shoot you. And I'm like, okay.
And I did. It was,
Yeah, you did.
It was a fantastic interview. We even had Black Panther.
We did. We had Black Panther roll through. It was great. Yeah, it was fun.
We were actually watching that video last night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because the guys were like, "You did a video for Heroescon?" I'm like, "Yeah, this is this," and they're like, "What the hell you just call Black Panther?" Because we call him like,
Right,
we thought it was Batman.
Yeah, it was like Ninja Batman.
Yeah.
My bad. Look, I know Black Panther, but honestly, I know Black Panther more from he's in the whole black outfit, but he's got those stripes that kind of like the duotone black stripes. This guy was just like in a straight black leotard, and I was like, it can't be Black Panther. So I was like, who else could it be? Like Ninja Batman. I was wrong.
We were, because I thought it was Ninja Batman too.
See, okay, so
so
we screwed up together. So good,
Yes.
solidarity.
And from our encounter at Heroescon, we have just formed this great friendship, and and literally because of you, I've grown as a better podcaster, honestly, a better nerd, because
Woo!
yeah, yeah, and just really should have had fun.
Yeah.
Everything, and literally like we were just doing with I call B-roll, you
Right.
just call roll.
Roll. That's just roll. Yeah, there's no B-roll with Shaun. It's just all gold.
No, it's all good. Use it all.
Yeah, use it all, because that's the greatest stuff, is like when we're screwed up. Like if you listen to my show, this one that we just released on Wednesday,
Okay.
where Rico was on and his microphone screwed up and he sounded like a mogwai singing. And it was hysterical, and we got it, and I put it at the very end of the show, and it still makes me cry just listening to it, because he's trying to speak, and it's just like, and oh my, it's so great. And he's going to hate me for I keep bringing it up every chance I get, because it's amazing.
I'm going to tweet him now.
Yeah, you should.
I'm gonna have to.
Tweet him.
It was
Yeah.
the best. It was the best. Yeah,
It was kind of the best, yeah.
Now, what you guys are actually here to do at Heroescon is they actually run a booth. They actually run a little online store called Popcycled Baubles.
Yes. I upcycle comic books, and I turn them into lots of great functional geeky items that you can use every day in your normal life to show off your fandom.
Right.
Everything I make is made from actual comic book pages, and I attach them to lots and lots of different types of items so that they can appeal to almost anybody. And I work in a multitude of genres. I try to have all the characters. I'm trying to bring in more independent titles. So I'm definitely trying to bring something for everybody.
And you certainly have taken all my money.
Yeah, we did. We kind of
two coasters and 2 card cases, and there's still much more that I just need to get. You have so many good baby variant stuff.
And I'm making a lot of stuff, and I'm adding new things all the time. I'm innovating new ideas.
Yes, the paperweights were one of those.
Paperweights are my newest idea. There's something that I think they're fun and they're great and they're functional and it's just decorative, but it's a great way to put something on your desk at work that's geeky at the same time.
That is correct. If I had a desk, I would be definitely using that paperweight.
But the thing that's killing me, and this is just for all you entrepreneurs out there, if you're married to somebody who's going to help you with this, take it easy on the new ideas, because she did, like, within 2 months of Heroescon, she's like, how about we add on 6 new items? And so, like, for the last 8 weeks, all we've been doing is creating all this new swag. We've created key fobs. What else did we do? We did all sorts of new stuff. We brought back keychains.
I've brought in tons of keychains, key fobs, hair flowers,
yes,
the lanyards,
the lanyards, like just all kinds of great new items. That
and I mean, they're great. Don't get me wrong, but sleep is important to Shaun, and I've been getting no sleep.
Yeah, I wanted to bring in some D20 items into the shop, but I don't necessarily like the big bulky D20s that normally chest X size D20s. They're really big.
Yeah, they're about yay big.
And I don't think those are necessarily delicate or girly to wear. So I wanted to find a way to bring D20 items into the store. So I found miniature D20s. They're about 12 millimeters, approximately the size of a standard D6. And I've added them into hair flowers.
Do you have one in your hair right now, or did
no?
It didn't
it
make it
didn't
in?
match my doctor dress.
That's fair.
I think the doctor probably does play D&D.
Yeah. He calls it life.
D20, what do I do today?
Right. Destroy a civilization and then bring them back from the dead. Done!
Or save everybody. I don't know. Let's see what the dice says.
Yeah, pretty much. But what was really cool about this, and what we've told everybody about these hair flowers, and a lot of people bought them because of it, is that the D20 is subtle. You don't notice it at first because it's right in the bloom.
Correct.
And what's great is you put it in their hair, and like if somebody notices the flower, it's just a nice decorative piece that a lady can wear. But if they notice the D20, you're simpatico. Like, you could smell your own all of a sudden. Like, we're geeks, like,
Let's be friends.
Let's be friends. Like, immediately it's like, oh, nice hair flower. But somebody goes, holy shit, you have a D20! A whole different ball game. So it's one of those kind of deals. Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, and honestly, I've seen the pictures on Twitter, and that was one of the things I was really wanting to see up close and personal, to see how it looked.
Right.
And it just...
I had a lot of people stop by my booth this weekend and say, I have been following this on Twitter for weeks and weeks and weeks.
And they just want to see the end
and
result.
I need to see the end result. And they were totally amazed.
And invariably they bought something too, which, by the way, thank you.
I post the pictures on Twitter, and it's just hundreds of items all over the place. And when you actually see it on the table and it's packaged glory, it's completely different.
It really is,
Yes.
I think. I worked really hard to make a great, attractive display, too, because it's easy to find things. Otherwise, it's just chaotic mess, because I make so much stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if I just threw it all on a table, it would just be, I don't know, it's somewhere in there.
Yeah, I dream of the day where we just put a couple things on the table, and that was it.
Our first show was literally a few things on the table.
Yeah, it was some coasters and some pendants and I think some keychains, and that was it.
That was my first show.
Like, done. And now we have coasters, keychains,
I had
necklaces.
to rent a cargo van to get everything here.
And then it's 2 tables wide, so it's twice as big as anybody else's single booth. It goes up a solid 6 feet. We have this giant banner behind us.
New banner, by the way. It looks great.
Oh, wasn't that an awesome banner? Yeah.
It is a great banner.
Yes.
She's got all this new swag. We got, a demo dog for the collar capes, which was another new idea that you did.
And honestly, you see that table, and I have to go bigger.
Yeah.
New York Comic Con is a 10 by 10.
And we got to fill all of it.
The cost that I'm paying for that booth, every square inch of it will be covered in geeky awesome.
We're just going to stand
and
in the podium in the middle.
I will be on a box in the middle on my tiptoes.
Right.
So there can be as much stuff in that booth as
just
possible.
directing traffic and taking money. That's all we're doing.
I'll every inch. I will have no room to move. It's just all customers and goods.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. I'm really happy you guys are getting together here at New York Comic Con as well. It's one of the dreams I wish if I could win the lottery and just have that do anything money. I'm going back to New York now.
Yay. I'm really excited. I've never been to New York Comic Con.
Yeah.
So my first New York Comic Con will be as a vendor.
Yeah, it's going to be nasty.
Yes, it will.
And that's not a bad thing. It's just we know.
I'm terrified.
Yeah, the size alone. I mean, we've talked to a lot of vendors, and they're like, look, New York Comic Con is like one of the places to be. You go there, and everybody loves your stuff. Even if you're a nobody and nobody knows who you are, they just buy it because they like to meet new people. They like to see new things. And then they say, and then you have your stuff, which is going to be phenomenal. And people are really, like, hyping us up for it.
I've been pulled aside at multiple shows this year because I've done so many shows in 2013.
Lots.
And I've been pulled aside, I think, at this point, probably 15 times to say I really need to do New York Comic Con. And the funny thing is I was on the phone with ReedPop, the people who run New York Comic Con, and they asked me to come.
Yeah, because we were going to try to go to C2E2.
I was going to go to C2E2, but there just wasn't enough time. And she went online, and she went into my Etsy shop, and she was like, "Whoa, yes, you need to do this. You will do so good." So I'm really excited about it.
So we're excited and terrified at the same time.
Very, very.
Yeah. But it's a good terrifying.
Just to get this booth made, I was working 20-hour days.
Remember that thing I said earlier about no sleep?
And to fill a booth by October like that, it's going to be 3 straight months of that.
But what's great is that, with the outpouring that we've seen here at Heroescon, I mean, we were pretty small last year. And between last year and this year, we've at least doubled everything that we've had.
Heroescon 2012 was pretty much my first convention.
Like, true, honest-to-God convention.
I had never done a multi-day show before, and I'd only done one day show before that. So that was the first show I'd ever done, and I did really good last year.
So like 12 conventions later now, we got our rhythm.
At this point, I've done maybe a dozen or half a 2 dozen. I don't even know anymore how many shows I've done. People have told their friends, and their friends have told friends, and I've got repeat business. I bought this set last year, and I want another one.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's great, and it makes me have all the feels, so to speak, because it means I'm making a great product that people are proud of and they want more of, and they're proud enough to tell their friends and family.
Yeah.
And they want to buy it. So that validates what I'm doing. And then the other thing that really validates me is Heroescon is a great big show for artists and the publishers and the writers. And I've been stopped by them this year. I've had the writers and the authors and the drawers, the artists.
The drawers with all the drawing. the drawing.
The artists have physically come to my booth and said, "I want to see, like, what did you make of mine?"
Right.
Yeah.
Which is kind of awesome.
And that's really amazing. And I've had them come up and bring me books.
They're like, make something from this.
Make something from this.
Make awesome.
Something beautiful, because I know you will.
And they don't even want something in return. They just want to see it.
But I always want to give them something in return.
Yeah.
So I will make them card cases or keychains, whatever. I'll ask them what they want, and I will send them something in exchange for their generosity, because it's really generous for them to give me the books like that.
Yeah.
But it's also because they understand, and they also believe in the same thing I believe in, which is spreading that little geeky just spark out into the world.
Good karma for everybody.
The love of comic books, and I work so hard to keep everything so on the level. I buy my books, and I go to great lengths to support the comic industry and everyone who works within it, and they totally see that and appreciate it.
Yeah, and actually, if we can talk about that for a second.
Go ahead.
One thing I think is really great is that one of the things that we've always believed in is the good karma of actually purchasing the books. We don't believe in pirating. And a lot of things we see, especially at the one-day cons and the smaller conventions, are people...
Even here.
Yeah, they'll go to Google and they'll just print off whatever artwork they like, and they're not reimbursing the people who put their time and effort and their livelihoods into making this product.
That's true.
And that's sad, because that means that those people, if they don't sell a book and you printed it off the internet, maybe they can't make the book anymore, and they can't, come to the conventions. They can't make a living, and then it goes away. Whereas what we're doing is we put our money where our mouth is. We buy the books, and we find a way to repurpose them. So that way, when we buy something, we know they're getting paid, and they're going to be able to continue to make more cool stuff. And I just, as a personal plea, if you guys go out there and they're not saying that they're making it from real comics, maybe consider not buying it, because all you're doing is you're basically propagating an unhealthy trend in the industry. Buy legit artwork from legit people who are trying to support the artists and the people who make these wonderful products.
That's correct.
So that's just a personal plea.
I do. I feel really passionate about that.
I concur. I concur.
And what's great is that when you find the artwork that fits and the thing that you want to make, it's like Easter and Christmas and all the good holidays just wrapped up in one thing.
I do get really excited. I showed one artist how I took his art from the book, and he brought me the book.
He did. He actually looked at the book like, holy crap, that's it.
And he brought me the book over, and I was like, oh, and I made this out of it. And he was like, oh my God!
He literally put it side by side. He's like, that's the thing!
He totally freaked out seeing how I took that little panel and turned it into, I think it was a compact.
Yeah, I think it was an Adventure Time compact,
He was so excited about that. And that just makes me feel so happy.
Look at her. She's getting choked up, Internet. Look at her. She has
feels.
all the feels.
I mean, all my fans know that when I love my Marvel, and especially all the Scotty Young baby variants, that's what jumped me back into comic books, well, because of these variants.
Yeah.
And once I saw your baby variant at your show, I couldn't get it, and it was on your website. I'm like, sold. And
you keep sending me tweets like, okay, seriously, stop making cool baby
Please.
Avengers. No.
I worked.
No.
Don't make them a coaster. You know it's going to be
I
sold.
searched
You're
high
lucky.
and low to find the Scotty Young variants, but I can't find them in coaster size.
Yeah, not coaster size.
The only way I can make coasters out of them is to buy the books, and those books immediately hit the shelves at $10 to $20.
Yeah.
So I could never purchase those to make coasters
You
out
need to
of.
go to Heroes and Dragons in Columbia.
Well,
$6.
$6 is still too
Even
expensive.
4 books?
Oh, well,
That's
yeah, true.
Think about it, because normally we can get from one comic a whole coaster set.
That's true.
So, that's maybe $4, $5 if it's a really expensive book. That means we have to buy 4 books just for the covers. That's $24 even at Heroes and Dragons.
And
That
it's
is
a
true.
$35 coaster set.
So do you really want to pay $50 for a Scotty Young set of coasters?
Don't tempt me.
Okay, if you want it, we'll put it together.
Don't
do it. No, we'll do it. No.
you to say, I do!
Yes, we will totally do this. Like, if you want it, we'll hook it up.
Once I have that $50 set aside, you'll get that tweet.
Okay, fair enough. You got it.
Yeah. 'Cause that would be so epic. I'm now visioning in my room.
Right. He's like, oh, I want it. God,
He just had feels. He just had feels.
He did. He had feels.
I did. Yeah, I really did. So besides Popcycled Baubles, you guys actually run a podcast as well.
Oh, yes. The podcast. Yes, the first one that we did is Shauncastic, which is named after me because we were at Dragon Con.
Narcissist!
Okay. Internet. All right. Now, this is not how it happened. Okay. Now, what happened was this. It was that I had been going to Dragon Con for a few years, and the first year I was there, I talked so much in the audience, asking questions and giving color commentary, that they dragged me up the next day and put me on a panel. And from that, I told a story that actually became something that fell into Lucas lore for Star Wars, which, if you've ever heard of the concept of Ewoks eating people, they officially credit me with that concept.
No way.
This is exactly true. This is what happened. I was on a panel about mythology, and somebody said Ewoks suck. And I did the whole story. And I'll do a quick, truncated version. Basically, it was like this. I said, okay, the reason why Ewoks don't suck is one reason. Ewoks eat people. Let me explain. Actually, I didn't say that like that. I said, the one reason why Ewoks are awesome is this story. And I said, as a kid, you watch Return of the Jedi. You never actually think that the Ewoks are going to eat Han and Luke because they're the heroes. There's no concept of danger there because they're the main characters. But they put them on these giant spits and put them over a fire. Now, instinctually as an adult, when I was watching this, like, they're trying to cook those guys. Like, they're trying to cook Han and Luke. But then they get loose, they go out, they destroy the stormtroopers, everybody has a good time. Flash forward to the end of the movie. Billy D. Williams is handing out Colt 45 to everybody, right? And they're all hanging out at the big giant Ewok
And
party.
plain stormtrooper helmets.
And stormtrooper helmets are lining the walls. And in front of everybody is giant platters of meat.
And which Leia is consuming in mass quantities.
Ewoks eat people. So, when I said that, people went, and that was it. And so there was a woman, she's actually from Lucasfilm. I don't know if she's still there anymore, but she worked in the archives. They basically vetted all the information, made sure everything made sense. And she says, I have never heard that before. I'm going to put you in the computer as the guy who came up with that idea. So officially, it is an officially sanctioned idea from Lucasfilm. So every time you see an Ewoks eat people thing, you're welcome, Internet. So, like, that was my claim to fame. But because of that, they kept asking me to come back and do bigger and bigger shows. And then we started doing something called the Adult Themes Panel, which was basically just, for lack of a better term, dick and fart jokes for about 2 hours with Doctor Who and Star Wars and all sorts of crazy stuff. And after the second time we did that, somebody came up and said, why don't you have your own show? And me just being stupid and silly, I was like, why don't I have my own show? And so we said, well, what if we just do a podcast? Like, what if we sit down? And so I put it out to the internet. I said, what name should I call this? And, the early forerunner was called The Nerdist. And then about a week afterwards, Chris Hardwick released his first episode called The Nerdist. And I was like, no! So what was funny was that I had a very one-sided argument with Chris Hardwick. I never actually tweeted at him. I was just like, damn Chris Hardwick. I was like, he's my mortal enemy and I do not even know him.
Even though clearly if he had released a podcast, that means he'd been
he'd been working on it for months. Yeah, I mean, he'd been working on it for a long time. But I was like, damn! So the next one that a lot of people had said was, why don't you just call it your name, like Shauncastic or the Shauncast? So we decided to call it Shauncastic. And that's it. It just stuck. It has a nice ring to it. It's funny, and it's me plus a cast of people. So I'm the host, and then I have a rotating cast of people that come in and out of the show. That was how it got started. And then based off of that, we then started adding on segments, which have become their own shows now, such as Intro to Geek with Christina.
Love it.
She does every Monday. She doesn't know a lot about sci-fi and fantasy and geeky things, but she has a pretty good repertoire.
Well, she didn't 2 years ago when you started segment.
Right. But the thing is that, we'll mention a show, and she'll go, "What the hell is that?" And then we go,
like the Blues Brothers.
Right. We're giving her crap right now because she hasn't seen the Blues Brothers.
What?
What? It's dark. We're wearing sunglasses. Got a half a pack of cigarettes.
No, it's 90 miles to Chicago. It's dark outside. We have half a pack of cigarettes, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
She didn't get it.
Nothing.
She didn't get it.
Nothing.
Didn't know what we were talking about. She just looked at us like,
what the hell? So that's what we're giving her crap now.
I'm trying my best not to get that instinct to tweet her right now.
Yeah, right.
Rage.
But so based off of that kind of reactions that we had, we made a huge list. It's like 300 entries long right now. She picks 4 or 5 things, and then she starts to watch them. And then every month she basically sits down with me for like an hour or two. We record a bunch of shows, and then we release them every week with the show. And recently we've started putting her on her own day because Shauncastic used to be like a 2-hour show because we had so many segments, and I got tired of doing all the editing. So instead now I just edit the shows and I release them. Christina's Intro to Geek is on Mondays. Then on usually somewhere between Tuesday and Thursday, it's variable because our schedules are still getting hammered down. We have Geek Fit, which is us losing weight. And also just helping people understand how, easy it is to lose weight and change your lifestyle without losing, all the things that you normally do. Like if you want to nosh on stuff while you're playing D&D, you just change the consistency of the fooditude, instead of like,
fooditude.
The fooditude. So you have
trademark
like that. Yeah, fooditude, trademark, Shauncastic, what up? But then of course we have Shauncastic, which is normally released on Wednesday, but sometimes comes out on Thursday, again, depending on schedules. And then on Fridays we have something called Behind Schedule, which is a show that we have with a girl named Bree Brower, and she's a huge video game nerd. And I think we're trying to get you on there to talk some news. And she talks about the big news from the past week of video games. And we just released our first episode of that last week, and it's a lot of fun. But we have all those, and then we have the specialty shows. Not only do we have 4 shows, almost 1 show a day, we also have things like Flashcards, which is coming out, which is literally a comic book review podcast.
Nice.
It'll be once a month where we basically get together 8 books. We tell everybody what the books are. We tell you our impressions of them, and then we say, okay, next month we're doing this. You can read them, send in your thoughts, and we'll tell you what we thought online. And then we also have something very special, which is called Shauncastic Action Theater. And that's actually where we're doing audio adaptions of the Valiant comic reprints of all of their issues that they're coming out with. So Exo Man of War is coming out very soon. We were trying to get it out for Free Comic Book Day, but because of Heroescon, Laura.
It's my fault.
It's all Laura's fault. I had no time to edit it, but it is amazing. And what's cool is that it's officially endorsed by Valiant Comics.
This is what you needed the voice actors for.
This is what I need the voice actors for. So I have these great voice actors. They've done amazing things. And like Dinesh, the guy who owns the company, he loves it. He's like, this is amazing. Do whatever you want to. In fact, by the way, guys, if you don't know about my love for Valiant Comics, Mike can tell you, I love me some Valiant Comics. I mean, huge Valiant fan.
Valiant was giving away free comic books
all day long.
All day. Multiple.
Multiple comics. #1 issues, all sorts of great stuff. And what's great about that is that they're all accessible. They're all brand new. And what's great is that they love fans. They totally endorsed us making coaster stuff out of the artwork. So, like, we have coasters and all that jazz. So, like, make as many as you want to. And then we're also doing the show with them.
They were also nice enough to give me some books today.
Yeah, they did. They gave her
so
books.
that I could beef up my Valiant supply in my booth.
Yeah,
They gave me a run of the mill of what I wanted from their booth, which was amazing.
That's who these cats are, is that not only do they realize that fans are critical to the success of a comic book, they want fans to enjoy, the success of their company. So it feels like it's for the fans, by the fans kind of deal. And I love that about them.
Mm-hmm.
No, I can't wait. Was there any other projects that you had listed?
Oh, God. Let me see. Did I forget anything, Laura? Hold on. Let me think. Action Theater. We also have Comment Geeking.
Yes, right.
Yeah, now Common Geeking's fun, and we have a funny one coming up. We have a drinking game coming up soon.
What's this?
Okay, so Common Geeking, so you guys understand, is that one day Christine and I were sitting down, we're watching Cabin in the Woods, and we are going off, just having a blast, just ripping on it, and a good rip, because we love this movie.
Yeah.
And we're like, we should record this and just release it, like do custom fan commentaries for movies. So we've done a couple so far. We've done one for The Last Starfighter, which I love that movie. And we've done one for Cabin in the Woods.
We did an all-day one for all the Alien movies.
We did.
That's right. I remember that.
We did the Alien New Year's Day Marathon. We started at
Oh,
noon, and we ended at like
okay.
8 o'clock. But wasn't it so much fun?
It was great. And we also had one of those chat rooms.
Yeah,
where
so people could talk to us.
When we do it, we never play the audio out loud because
Right.
that would be illegal.
Copyright.
So
Yep.
we tell people when we're queuing up the movie
Yep.
and where we're at, and also that if we're using a special edition, yours may just be a tad different.
Right.
But we let everybody know, and then we would start. And so then we just start talking, and everyone is following along, and they were chatting back in the little
Yep.
chat room, and it was really fun.
It was
like
amazing fun.
12
Good.
hours of commentary.
Yeah, and I mean, it was long. I mean, but it was great because like we had so much fun talking about it. I got into a huge argument with the internet why I love Alien 3. I'm like, Alien 3, I love Alien 3, and like people are like, no, Alien 3 sucks. It's just a bunch of bald white men. You know, and I'm like, shut up, it's great. Ripley dies, it's amazing. Spoilers.
Spoilers. In case you didn't know.
But so we actually have a very special Comic Geeking coming up for a very special movie, and that is Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Nice.
Now,
No.
have you ever seen Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. with David Hasselhoff?
Hasselhoff.
Okay, there is a drinking game that I made about a year and a half ago. Laura and a bunch of her girlfriends were over at our house, and it was right when we first started Shauncastic, and they're hanging out, and I was like, let's just watch Nick Fury. We got it on bootleg at Dragon Con, so we're watching it, and they are all having drinks and, you know, whatnot. And
I
I
don't
said,
even think it exists in any other way.
I don't
does
think
it?
so. If it does, I don't know of it. But so what was happening was that we were sitting there going, okay, what if every time we see this particular thing, you got to take a shot? And so, like, I started pulling out more and more booze. Now, I'm the referee. I don't drink, so I basically determine if it's a fair shot or not. And what happens is that it's a slow burn. The beginning of the movie, you take like 2 shots and you're done for like a half hour. And then like the last 45 minutes, it's like almost every other minute you are taking shots. These girls were so just sloshed that they fell asleep and they're like, we love you. They were talking to us like we were parents. Like, I love you, Shaun. Love you too. You guys go to sleep now. I mean, it was like one of those kind of
There
deals.
was some criers in the group too.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do it again. We're going to put it up there, and we might even do it live. I'm debating on doing that live like we did Alien. But we're going to put the rules out there, tell you exactly how to do it. We're going to start it, and we're going to record the whole thing. It may turn out to be an awesome commentary. It could just be a bunch of men crying with a couple of girls. I don't know. It's going to be amazing because we already have like 5 or 6 volunteers. And the thing is that I told them, you can't go home.
we
like,
can't
you have
have 5 or 6 people drunk in my living room.
I was like, you got to sleep at the house.
Yeah.
So.
I have to draw the line at 5 or 6 people. No.
5 or 6. So we're figuring out how many people we're going to have there. But yeah, the Comic Geeking drinking game is going to be hysterical for Nick Fury, Agent of Albinos. That's what I call that movie because it just wait.
Yeah.
Just wait till the movie, man. It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
And that is still one of my favorite Marvel movies because
Yeah.
of how because of
Hasselhoff?
because of Hasselhoff, and how just outrageous he is with the character. It's like you have no choice but to watch it.
And you know what? Hasselhoff is not part of the drinking game. He gives a pass. Yeah. That's how drunk you get. It doesn't even involve Hasselhoff.
What?
Just wait for it. It's amazing.
Yeah, we have to remember the rules. But it
Oh,
has
I
something-
remember the rule.
Something to do with some various things.
Yes, something to do with various Tune in.
Wow. Well, once again, I want to thank Shaun and Laura for stopping by and just going off as you normally do. And this is literally how he is. Even on Twitter, when you talk to him, you hear him as he types. You just hear him.
And I'm just like, all the awesome on Twitter. It's all good. And, you know, I don't know if you noticed this, but we did something very special this year, just to kind of go out on a high note, which is, you remember the Women of Geekdom calendar we did last year?
That's correct. I have it in my room.
And we actually had a couple of extra 100 copies that we'd finally, you know, it's middle of June. We've pretty much gone our term as far as what we had. And we had a few extra 100 copies. So we brought them here as freebies. We put them on the demo table out front. We put a little booth number there so people could come find us. And people have been going crazy over it, so.
Really?
Yeah, it's just one of those things, because of just the awesomeness that was Kickstarter and everybody helping support us over the year and just really being amazing with their generosity. We've had such a fantastic year with that project. And we're still figuring out if we can do it again this year because of all the busy.
Yeah.
But we're hoping somehow that we can do it again because we'd love to do it 2014.
Probably not a calendar.
Yeah, something. We have some ideas. We'll tell you off camera, but we have some ideas.
Good.
But yeah,
because I'm still waiting for that Men of Geekdom.
Yeah, well, you never know. You're losing. You're getting trimmed up. No,
That's right. Get that.
Yeah, I've already said if I got to be in it, I'm going to be Armstrong from Archer and Armstrong because he's a big tubby guy. So I'm like, yes, I'm in shape for Armstrong. So I don't have to really stretch too far. But yeah, if you get there early tomorrow morning, make sure to try to look out for him.
That's what we should have cosplayed as.
What, Archer and Armstrong?
Yeah.
We should have.
There goes
Missed
an idea for New York.
Yeah, there you go.
But I would have to film it up a little bit, make it into a dress.
Yeah, a little bit.
Archie.
No. I don't know. Angie
Angie and Armstrong.
There you go. All right, there you go. Angie, coming soon to New York Comic Con.
Angie and Armstrong.
Well, where can we find you guys on Twitter and everything?
All right, Laura, go ahead.
I'm at Dr. and Mrs. The Awesome. I'm also at Popcycle.
Mm-hmm.
So I also have an Etsy shop. Etsy.com/Popcycle.
Or if you want to, you can just go to popcycledbaubles.com, and that will take you to the Etsy store.
Yes, exactly. I do have it on an auto forward.
Mm-hmm. And then you can also find me. My podcast is at Shauncastic.com. That's SHAUNCASTIC.com. And you can find me on Twitter as NumaZ. Now, this is funny. I had my Twitter before I had my show, so people always go to my Shauncastic Twitter, and it says, go here. But it's NumaZ. That's PNEUMAZ. And you can find me there, or you can go to facebook.com/Shauncastic.
And if you know where he got Numa Z from, you get a bonus point.
Yes, if you know, and I think 3 people in the world know.
3 people in the world
know.
know.
3 people know where that came from.
I've been meaning to ask him about that, too.
Yeah, well, off camera. We keep
it
like a quiz.
We keep it secret.
Yeah,
Leonard Nimoy might know.
Ooh. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
So I want to definitely, once again, give it up to my amazing friends here, the TARDIS and the Doctor.
And how awesome is Mike? Everybody, applause for Mike, right? Like, oh, look at you with your little... Look at her. See,
I don't know. I think mine's bigger.
Yeah, but you see, she knows what to do with hers.
But I have a tie.
Oh, drop the mic, I'm done.
My tie makes me legit.
Yeah,
that's very true.
Dude, I just Chris rocked your show, man. I was like, Shaun done.
Please be sure to follow them on Twitter, Facebook, and definitely go to their site. All their material that they've made is just completely awesome and great for the home usage. I use the wallet. It's a business card case. I use the wallet every day, and sure enough, when people, I always go there to Walmart and pull it out, and I always wait for that, come on, cashier, come on, you see babies, you know you want to say. One time it finally happened. He's like, that's so cute. I'm like, thank you. Thank you. He's like, what are they? I'm like, I think it's like, is that Wolverine? That's the first thing people notice is the Wolverine getting electroshocked.
Dude, okay, swear to God, I know you're trying to let go of the show, but Wolverine, like the comic slut of the universe. Like, everyone knows Wolverine. Like, oh my God. Wolverine and Batman, like, just slutted up everywhere.
I think Deadpool is going to be there soon.
Maybe, like another
He's
20
there
years.
today.
No, not like just everybody. Like, literally everybody knows Wolverine and Batman.
Yeah, you don't have to read comics to know who Wolverine is.
Superman,
but
right up there, too.
I think 10 years from now, Deadpool will be where Wolverine is.
Depends on how the movie goes.
Yeah, well, who knows?
I would love a Deadpool movie. I can't wait.
But it's got to be like the funny Deadpool, not the crappy X-Men Origins.
They're going to make fun of Wolverine Origins.
Awesome.
There you go. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to check out their information. And, of course, this has been Trex from NotA over here live at Heroescon. We'll see you guys next time. Do something funny. More fun. Thank you.
Heroescon. Hello. Hi there. This is the Doctor.
Don't do that again. Don't do that. That was weird. Little bit.
Doctor Me.
That's totally what you should do from now on. Doctor Who? No, Doctor Me.
I need to find a way to the loo.
Pip and all that.
Oh, that means the doctor's peed in me.
In the pool, no
less. That's no good. That's not good at all.
It's horrible.
It's horrible. Right. That was what I was yesterday. Dr. Horrible.
I know.
It was amazing.
It was. The goggles were bitching.
Yeah, it's awesome.
All right. Of course, look at the camera. The green light, pretty much.
That green light, got it.
That green light.
Hello, green light. How are you?
So much B-roll, I'm just wanting to send you.
Send away, no problem. Send away.
In my world, this is not B-roll. This is the best roll.
No, this is roll. All right, that's what this is. This is like
all the boring stuff is B-roll.
Yeah, it's like, so how'd you get into the business? Well, no. But then when somebody's like, there we go. Like, that's what you want. So, sorry, you were trying to do something serious. I apologize.
Never. Now I'm on.
Oh, wait, hold on. Actually, wait, pause. Before you do that, let me turn my phone to silent, so that way if somebody tries to ping me, you're not going to get, like, random noise. I'm sorry about that. Okay.
Well, is it a good noise?
It's Mario. It's a Mario coin.
Coin.
Oh, then that works.
Well, still, I just didn't want to be rude.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.